I'm working on the guides for the bandsaw. This fella brought over some parts on a big wood bandsaw made in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And these guides for the blade are very worn. They've worn clear down where you can't get a screwdriver in the heads anymore. So I've been working on trying to get these guides out. This one had a little bit of the screwdriver head left, so I could get a bite on that and remove that. But you can see how much these are worn down. It's worn the screw head down. This one, the screw head was worn completely down, so I couldn't get a screwdriver in there. So I used this technique to get that screw out of there. Use a real small punch and tapped around here till I could get that screw to start to move out. Going back and forth, side to side, the thing takes the stress out of the threads. You can see there it's starting to move. This is a pretty tedious process, but I don't want to break anything or break that screw off in the casting. There, we're getting to move pretty good now. I put some penetrating oil on there. And it's starting to turn out of there. Working on this old equipment, old machines, takes a lot of patience. If you get too rammy, you're going to break something and cause yourself a lot of extra work. You can see that turning out right there. I'm guessing these guides have never been out of there. They've never been replaced. I'm going to try putting a pair of vice grips on this, see if I can turn that screw out of there. How about that? It's going to come right out of there. Wonderful. But you can see how worn that screw is. The blade has been rubbing on the top of that screw and pretty well worn it out. I made some replacement guides already. And that's the difference in the thickness of the guides. This is 1/4 of an inch and these are worn down oh, I don't know, probably 50 thousandths. I made these new guides, and I'm using a hex head 1032 screw to attach them to the guide assembly. They're recessed a little bit so the blade will run against this area here. This machine was probably a production type machine. Grand Rapids, Michigan was a huge furniture manufacturing center. But this fella I don't believe is going to do too much production work, so this should work fine for him. This will be attached here. Actually, this side here is the one that fits. There's a right and left to these. So there's the new guide installed. The previous video I was working on these guides for the blade, or the backstop for the blade. I've got those assembled and put in here. And these are also new guides that I've installed. So this project's coming right along. I think it'll work out okay.